The Invisible Power of Oxygen. 8 Secrets to Rejuvenating Your Cells and Beating Silent Diseases. Have you ever wondered why some people get seriously ill while others stay healthy for decades? What if there was a scientifically proven method to protect every cell in your body against devastating diseases? What would happen if you discovered that small daily habits are slowly choking your cells without you even realizing it? An oncologist once confessed, 90% of my patients had no idea that something was already growing inside them that could take their lives. They followed their normal routines, ate as usual, slept peacefully until one day they received a diagnosis that changed everything. And by then, it was too late. The scariest part of any illness is not the pain itself. It's how it starts quietly, hidden in what we consider harmless habits. Most people don't realize that they're just a few steps away from completely transforming their cellular health and fortifying their body against the most dreaded diseases. A Nobel laureate has revealed the secret that the healthcare industry doesn't want you to know. And it's simpler than you might think. Let's get started. Otto Warburg's secret that revolutionized medicine. 8 steps to full oxygen cells. Nobel Prize winner Otto Warburg made a discovery that shook the scientific world. Our cells don't die because of viruses or old age. They die because we stop giving them what they need most: oxygen. This revelation forever changed our understanding of how the human body gets sick and heals. Warburg dedicated his life to understanding why some cells thrived while others became ill. What he discovered was surprisingly simple and revolutionary at the same time. When cells receive enough oxygen, they naturally resist disease. When they are deprived of oxygen, they begin to malfunction and open the door to all kinds of health problems. The key to a long and healthy life is literally in the air we breathe and the choices we make at every meal. Warburg developed 8 simple guidelines that anyone can follow. If you implement these principles, you're giving your body the power to protect itself against the worst diseases. Think of it as a silent transformation. Just as illnesses start quietly, healing can also start without you realizing it right away. Every cell in your body is waiting for this opportunity to renew and strengthen itself. Warburg's recommendations aren't just theory. They're practical steps that can completely change your cellular health. Best of all, you can get started today without the need for expensive equipment or doctor's appointments. Are you ready to know the 8 secrets that can save your life? Your body is waiting for this silent revolution that starts in the cells and manifests in more energy, better health, and resistance against disease. But it all starts with the first step, or rather, with the first glass of water in the morning. In the next few minutes, you'll learn about each of the 8 principles that can transform your health forever. Still wondering what it would be like to wake up every day with renewed energy and a body that works perfectly for you? What would you be doing right now if you'd never experienced fatigue, joint pain, or digestive issues? These questions aren't just rhetorical, they're an invitation to the new life that's within reach. Are you ready for this transformation? Rule #1. The morning elixir that wakes up your dormant cells. Each morning offers a new chance to invigorate your body, but many of us start the day the wrong way. You wake up and immediately grab a coffee, eat dry food, or drink nothing at all. At this crucial time, your cells are begging for water. Clean, warm water. Otto Warburg insisted that each day should begin with a glass of warm water on an empty stomach, preferably with a few drops of lemon juice added, not for the taste but to make the blood less acidic, start the organs, and activate your metabolism. Approximately 60% of our bodies are made up of water. Running out of enough water can lead to acidity, thick blood, and cells that receive less oxygen. The organs begin to suffer, not instantaneously, but it is the beginning of fatigue, weakness, inflammation, and, over time, diseases. The simple act of drinking warm lemon water before any food can set off a cascade of benefits that you'll feel throughout the entire day. A woman in her 60s replaced her morning coffee with lemon water. In just 3 weeks, she saw the swelling decrease, felt her digestion improve, and realized that her mind was clearer. She said, "I realized I wasn't getting old, I was just dehydrated." This simple switch can be the first step to revitalizing your cells. Imagine waking up without that feeling of stiffness, with a clear mind and ready for the day. It's not just about hydrating the body, it's about creating the perfect environment for your cells to breathe. When you drink warm lemon water on an empty stomach, you're sending a signal to each cell to open up and receive oxygen. It is as if you are awakening an inner army that has been asleep all night. But water is only the first step in this journey of cellular transformation. What you put on your plate has an equally powerful impact on the health of your cells. And there is a group of foods that Warburg considered absolutely essential for cellular oxygenation. Do you already know what they are? Rule hash 2. The hidden green power that alkalizes your body from the inside. Daily salads aren't just a suggestion, they're an absolute necessity for cellular health. Many people think that vegetables are optional, or that they can skip salads if they eat bread or meat. But Warburg explained that fresh vegetables, especially leafy greens, provide alkalinity, calcium, magnesium, and enzymes. These nutrients help cells breathe efficiently and continuously. If your body doesn't get these essential nutrients, it becomes too acidic. This acidity creates the perfect environment for inflammation, joint pain, fatigue, and loss of energy. This is when you start to notice weaker nails, dull skin, and lifeless hair. Not necessarily because you're getting older, but because your body is too acidic to support healthy cells. A daily salad drizzled with lemon juice and olive oil isn't just a diet tip. It's a way to restore life within you, making food an ally rather than a burden. Dark leafy greens like spinach, arugula, and kale are particularly powerful. They contain chlorophyll, which is structurally similar to the hemoglobin in our blood. When you consume these leafy greens, you're essentially providing the perfect raw material for healthy blood cells. Imagine each mouthful of salad as an infusion of oxygen to your cells. The antioxidants present in vegetables fight free radicals that damage cells. Minerals balance the pH of the blood, creating the perfect environment for oxygenation. Fiber cleanses the digestive system, allowing for better absorption of nutrients. All of this happens quietly, without you even realizing it, but the results manifest in your energy, mental clarity, and vitality. Even if you add salads to your meals, there's another habit that can quietly harm your health. The snacks you choose between meals may be choking your cells without you even realizing it. Ever wondered why some days you feel more tired than others, even though you maintain a seemingly healthy routine? The answer may lie in the small choices you make when hunger strikes between meals. Rule hash 3. Small choices, big consequences. The truth about snacking. When hunger strikes between meals, many of us turn to sweet, salty, or starchy foods. Cookies, crackers, or candies seem like innocent choices to satisfy hunger. We may think it's just a small treat, but Warburg saw it differently. Each snack is a step towards the imbalance of your body. Sugar and salt are the main culprits for making your blood too acidic. When your blood becomes acidic, your cells can't get the oxygen they need. Your body's defenses weaken and you begin to age from the inside out. The foods we choose in times of sudden hunger have the power to oxidize or revitalize every cell in our body. Warburg recommended choosing better alternatives to snacking between meals. He suggested, for example, almonds, which are rich in calcium and magnesium. These minerals help keep your blood sugar stable and your body less acidic. He also mentioned spirulina, known for its iron, protein, and oceanic power. These nutrients strengthen your immune system and gut health in a natural and powerful way. One woman shared how she replaced her candy with almonds and lemon water. A month later, her stomach pains disappeared, her cholesterol dropped, and her mood improved. "I felt lighter," she said, "as if a weight had been lifted off me." Imagine what it would be like to replace that quick snack with something that actually fuels your cells. Instead of an energy spike followed by a crash, you would maintain constant energy throughout the day. Instead of silent inflammation, your cells would receive nutrients that promote oxygenation. Your snacks can be medicines or poisons. The choice is yours every time hunger strikes, but even the best diet won't help if your body is sitting still for too long. Movement is another crucial principle for ensuring that your cells breathe properly. Have you ever wondered why you feel better after a hike, even when you're tired? The answer lies in the flow of oxygen that movement provides to each cell in your body. Rule hash 4. Awaken the vital flow. Why your body begs for movement. Movement removes acidity from the body. This was a maxim of Warburg. He used to say, "If you don't move, your body becomes acidic. And that's not just a figurative expression, it's literally what happens. When we sit for hours, blood flow decreases, lymphatic fluid is not eliminated properly. Acids and toxins build up, and cells begin to lose oxygen. Then comes the fatigue, sluggishness, and chronic inflammation that we feel in the body. Even short walks, climbing stairs, or a little exercise before bed help. These activities keep your metabolism running, cleanse your system, and boost your energy. Every step you take is like a little internal massage that squeezes out the tissues, expelling toxins and bringing in fresh oxygen. An older man explained how he started walking just 15 minutes a day, every day, without fail. After 2 weeks, the pain in her knees disappeared. A month later, he felt much less tired when he got out of bed in the morning. The constant movement had restored the vital flow in his body. It's not about intense workouts or complicated routines. It is a consistent movement, every day, to maintain the flow of oxygen to each cell. When you move, you're literally shaking the acidity out of your system. The tissues expand and contract, pumping fresh blood to areas that may be stagnant. The lungs work harder, bringing more oxygen into the blood. The heart beats faster, sending this oxygen-rich blood to every cell in the body. But there is something even more fundamental than physical movement. Something we do every second without thinking too much about it. Warburg called it the most neglected source of life of all. Have you guessed what it is? Rule hash. 5. The invisible source of life. You waste every minute. Breathing, or more accurately, proper breathing, is something we do every minute. However, we rarely breathe properly, taking advantage of the full potential of this vital act. Warburg believed that without a deep breath, the cells begin to starve, and cellular starvation always leads to disease, sooner or later. In modern cities, full of dust, pollution, and stress, most people breathe shallowly. We use only a fraction of our lung capacity, so the cells don't get enough oxygen. Over time, the brain, heart, and other organs begin to function at half power. Every shallow breath is a missed opportunity to flood your cells with the most essential fuel for life. Warburg's solution was simple and accessible to everyone, everywhere. Get fresh air, go for walks in nature, and practice deep, mindful breathing. Even opening a window in the morning is a start to improving the quality of the air you breathe. He recommended inhaling deeply through the nose, pausing for a few seconds, and then exhaling slowly. A man from St. Petersburg tried daily breathing exercises on his balcony. Within a week, her blood pressure improved, and the headaches disappeared completely. "It was like I had turned my brain back on," he said, describing the feeling of mental clarity. Deep breathing isn't just about getting more air into your lungs. It's about maximizing the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide at the cellular level. When you breathe deeply, you're sending a surge of oxygen to every cell in your body. It is removing the accumulated carbon dioxide that makes the blood more acidic. It is calming the nervous system, reducing stress, and creating the perfect environment for healing. But even with good breathing, your health can be compromised if you're consuming the wrong kind of animal protein. Meat can be your ally or your enemy in the search for well-oxygenated cells. Do you know what the difference is? Rule hash. 6. Meat. The secret ally or the silent enemy. It's not that the meat itself is always harmful, but the way it's prepared can be decisive. Fried, smoked, or fatty meats overload the body, increase blood acidity, and promote inflammation. Warburg suggested focusing on small portions of lean meat, cooked or steamed, once a day. Approximately 150 grams is enough to get the benefits without overloading the system. It's not about cutting the meat completely, but about maintaining balance and choosing quality over quantity. How you prepare your animal protein determines whether it will be a life fuel or a burden on your cells. He also recommended having fasting or meatless days to give the body a break from heavy digestion. These days allow the digestive system to rest and the body to focus on repairing damaged cells. One woman reported how she switched to cooked meat and started making one vegetarian day a week. Within a month, her stomach pain improved significantly, her cholesterol dropped, and she felt better overall. The change in preparation had transformed the same food from a burden into a benefit. When you consume cooked meat instead of fried meat, you are reducing the formation of advanced glycation compounds. These compounds damage cells and increase inflammation in the body. When you choose lean meats, you're reducing the load of saturated fats that can thicken the blood. A more fluid blood carries more oxygen to each cell in the body. But even quality meat won't help if you have a hidden enemy on your plate. Many people assume that all vegetables are healthy, but not all are equally beneficial. Have you ever wondered why certain vegetables leave you feeling bloated and unwell? The answer may surprise you and completely change your choice of side dishes. Rule hash. 7. The green camouflaged danger, the vegetables you should avoid. While vegetables often symbolize health, Warburg pointed out that not all of them support the body's alkaline balance. Some, particularly starchy vegetables, quickly convert to sugar and make the body more acidic. Take white potatoes as an example, a common side dish that can increase inflammation. They can disrupt your metabolism and reduce the oxygen that cells receive over time. Warburg recommended replacing them with more alkaline options like Brussels sprouts, asparagus, zucchini, eggplant, or bell peppers. These alkaline vegetables are like tiny sponges that absorb acidity from your body, allowing your cells to breathe freely. These foods are not only nutritious, but also help cleanse the body by keeping the cells well oxygenated. A man from Voronezh told how he stopped eating potatoes and steamed more vegetables every day. After a month, he reported less fatigue, improved digestion, and healthier, more vibrant skin. Simply replacing starchy vegetables with those rich in antioxidants had transformed his health. Dark green, colorful vegetables contain chlorophyll, flavonoids, and inflammation-fighting carotenoids. They help neutralize acids in the blood, allowing oxygen to be transported more efficiently. They provide live enzymes that aid in digestion and nutrient absorption. All of this contributes to cells that can breathe fully and perform all their vital functions. But even with the best food selection, there is one fundamental element that serves as the basis for everything. Warburg considered it the foundation of life and health, and it is within the reach of all of us every day. Can you guess what it is? Rule hash 8. The liquid of life. How the right water transforms your health. Water is the foundation of life and cellular health at all levels. When you don't consume enough water, the body begins to extract it from your organs for essential functions. Warburg emphasized that cells don't just drink water. They live in it, depend on it to survive. Water transports nutrients, removes toxins, balances body temperature, and stabilizes acid-alkaline levels. He advised consuming at least 2 liters of warm, ideally alkaline water daily. No sodas or sugary juices that steal more water than they provide to the body. Each sip of pure water is like a cleansing wave that washes away the cells, removing toxins and bringing renewed life. Start in the morning on an empty stomach and continue drinking small sips throughout the day. Avoid overdoing it all at once, as large amounts can overload the kidneys without bringing additional benefits. Water cleanses toxins, balances the body's pH, and helps cells function optimally. One man stopped drinking tea and soda in favor of plain water and noticed surprising changes. 2 weeks later, his acid reflux had subsided considerably, and he felt lighter. A month later, he said he woke up feeling energized like he hadn't in years. Warburg once warned, "A glass of sugary soda needs 30 glasses of water to make up for its damage." Why fight the consequences when it's better to avoid them altogether? In fact, water is where everything begins and ends in the cellular health cycle. But Warburg's most surprising revelation wasn't just about science. It was a simple conclusion he came to later in his life, after decades of research. A truth that can completely change your perspective on health and disease. Your cellular destiny is in your hands, the power of daily choice. Having dedicated his life to figuring out why cells die and how they can thrive, Warburg's discoveries were surprisingly simple. When the cells do not have enough oxygen, the disease settles in and advances silently. When cells have adequate oxygen, the disease simply cannot establish itself in the body. Everything you've learned today isn't just distant scientific theory. These are practical steps that anyone can take right away, without expensive equipment or radical changes. A glass of warm water in the morning, a salad instead of a sandwich, almonds instead of cookies, a walk instead of sitting all day, deep breathing, lean meat cooked. Alkaline vegetables instead of starchy ones. little habits that can revitalize your cells. These everyday choices are able to keep you active with clear and strong thinking, regardless of chronological age. Many people think that health is a matter of luck or genetics, something out of our control. But Warburg proved that health is actually a conscious choice we make every day. And that choice starts today, not tomorrow, or when you have enough time to take care of your health. Every glass of water, every salad, every deep breath, and every step you take is a statement. You're saying to your cells, "You matter to me. I choose to give you what you need to thrive." And when your cells thrive, your entire being thrives, mind, body, and spirit, aligned in vibrant health. The silent diseases that develop over years begin to recede in the face of well-oxygenated cells. The energy you thought you had lost forever begins to gradually return. The mental clarity you attributed to old age is renewed with well-nourished brain cells. The vitality that seemed like a distant dream becomes your new daily reality. This is Otto Warburg's promise to you. Not a miracle cure, but a consistent and scientifically proven path. A path of small daily choices that together create the perfect environment for full cellular health. The journey to vibrant, oxygen-filled cells begins with your next meal, your next glass of water. It starts with your next conscious, deep breath, your next walk outdoors. Are you ready to give your cells what they've been quietly asking for years? Your body is waiting for your decision. And every cell is ready to thank you with renewed health and lasting vitality. The choice is yours, and the time for that choice is now.